Yeah, I love you too. Just keep it real with me. I'll keep it real with you.
I'm gonna keep it real with you, boo. See, everything happened for a reason. I love you, and I'm gonna always love you.
Welcome to the wrap-up of our festival 2021. We did it, a virtual festival, and it was something that we just sort of explored and decided we were going to go for it, and I think it turned out well. And thank you so much, Dan, for all you did to make it happen, and Heidi as well. I think it was the two of them that really brought this thing together. And of course, there's more than just two always. There's always a village of people that make it happen. But between Dan and Heidi, they really worked at making the virtual end of it and the technical part happen. But I also want to thank so much to our committee that worked and spent I guess we've been working on this since August. And that was also Heidi, Chuck Kinzer, and Paul Woodcock, who you've seen in many of the videos. He's also works with with North Cascades Audubon. And so he's been very involved, of course. Paul Calise has been part of our activities as well. And we have Carol Solomon, Wayne Diaz, and Kathy White. If I'm forgetting anyone, please let me know. If you're out there, Kathy, you're the secretary, let me know. So I have just been so fortunate to work with these wonderful people, and I feel so lucky. And we are excited to also thank the people that were our presenters, and I want to make sure I don't forget anyone. So I'm going to look at our schedule because I'm a little fried at this point. But I just want to start with the Whatcom County Library System. They were wonderful to provide Marie for us for kids story time. We have, again, our bird walks and the State of Tufted Puffins with the Salish Sea School. They were awesome, and I hope you guys have an opportunity to become their fans and get involved with the Salish Sea School. And I do have some pictures of share content. If you don't mind, I'm just going to do this really quick because I think this is so awesome. The Tufted sponsor of puffins. So don't forget about that. What a great gift. So support these guys. Thank you. And we also have Sue Cottrell from Raptor Studies Northwest. She has done the introduction to raptors. I was so intrigued with that, and I'm so glad that that is recorded and we'll be able to watch it again through the 25th. So make sure if you didn't get a chance to see Sue Cottrell, make sure you do, because you will learn so much about raptors. And wow, I need to watch it again. So also we had our featured artists, Rainbow Orchid Designs. And again, I'm going to show you a photo of them. You might remember their beautiful video and how exciting they are as far as their passion about their art and about the world around them. I think the word that comes out to me is wonder. They use that term a lot, and they just done so much in creating that inspiration for us. So I encourage you to support them as well. And then we also have ornithotherapy. I think you might remember Holly Marker. Some of the things that I got out of that, there was a lot of different things, but just a couple of simple things was if you're going to be mindful when you're at number one, you can close your eyes and then you'll hear more of what's going around you, or you can cover your ears and you'll see more. And I thought those were just two simple concepts I never thought about, but I'm going to put those in practice. I think one of the things about this festival was picking out certain things that I knew I could implement into my daily life. And I think I found a number of them that I'm excited to start. And that's just one. So I hope you guys have a list too. And if you're out there and you want to share some of the things that you guys are going to implement, I'd love to hear about it. We also have how to identify common backyard birds with Pam Borso and Paul Woodcock. Again, North Cascades Audubon Society. How fortunate we are to have such an active Audubon Society, and that's also so much involved with education, and that also relates to Pam Borso being the education director. So thank you, Pam. And so that was wonderful. Then we also had Paul. I hope you all were able to tune into Paul, because we won't be able to hear him again from us, but he does do presentations. And if you go to his website, paulbannock.com, you'll be able to purchase his books as well as learn about when he will be presenting next. And then on Sunday, we had Holly again. Wow, that was another really eye-opener for me, was how eBird is so involved with citizen science. And I was really impressed with that. Then we had Hunters of the Sky, our Sardis Raptor Center, and we were so enjoyed going out there and videotaping them with the birds. I'm trying to remember all their names. So we had 3 birds, and they all had pretty cool names. We had Wanagi, the eagle. I can't remember. Spot, the barred owl, and I can't remember the red Hayoki. There you go. So I hope you guys have an opportunity to either support them or to go out and visit them if you're local. They will be live at our festival next year as well, and they have been very involved in our festival over the many years, so we know they'll be there next year. So a bird's eye view of their nest. Joe Mesh, I hope you enjoyed that. I learned a lot, of course. I, for the first time, have actually got to really watch everything that's happened at our festival. It was delightful. And then we also have just finished up with Birds of the Salish Sea by Pam and Paul again. And again, more learning about our local birds. I hope you enjoyed that as well. So here we are, we're wrapping up. Got it to this point, and we're excited about that. We're going to start looking forward to our 2022 festival. The dates for that festival will be March 18th, 19th, and 20th. And we will be, we're inviting back, as far as keynote, we'll have Paul and as well as Richard this coming next year. And then we'll also have Holly. So they've got some pretty cool things that they had hoped they were going to do this year, because they had talked to us earlier on, Holly and Richard, about some of their activities that they do that's outdoors with Bird ID that was not able to happen because we had to say sorry, but we couldn't do a live festival this year. So they said, well, let's come back. We'd like to come back. So we're inviting them back for next year. So I have, if there's anyone out there that would like to talk all about anything that they learned or experienced during the festival, I'd love to hear. It would be nice to hear positive comments, but of course we want to hear things that we can do better as well. I'm sorry, but my phone just fell on the floor. Okay, anything at all? Anyone out there? I don't see a soul. Is it just us? Okay, well, I know Paul Woodcock was going to show up. Paul, are you there?
I am here. Can you see me?
There you go.
Hear
Well,
me?
I want to see you. Come on.
Well,
I've liked Dan, but I've seen a lot of him. Thanks, Paul. Thanks. Nice to see you.
Yeah.
I saw Kathy. Is there anyone else from our committee out there?
I'm here.
Hi, Heidi. Oh my gosh. Oh, hi, Chuck.
We've
Would
got
be
some
nice
great.
to see you, Chuck.
We've got some great comments in the chat section. People are thanking us. Great presentations, total success. People looking forward to next year when we can do in-person field trips.
Awesome.
Yes.
That's what we want to hear.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thank
I like
you.
that.
Thank you. Thank you. We need to hear that. Yeah.
I like that total success part.
Yes.
Yes.
You folks made that happen. You're great. So thank you.
Well, thank you. I mean, you were a huge part of it this year, Paul. My goodness, I was getting a little worried that we were pushing you too much.
Me too, but I made it. Except for my
Great.
Wi-Fi going out yesterday. So
Wow. Yeah, and you know what I just loved about that is as that I loved Pam. She just sort of had this look of, sort of, I could tell in her eyes she was a little bit concerned, but she just kind of pushed forward. I thought, that's the way you do it. You just keep going. So, and then it just all worked out. And there you were, you pop back on. And I think that's one thing I'm learning is just don't panic, just keep going. And so, especially when something's live like this or virtual, it's wow. You can handle things when it's live, you can sort of communicate a little bit better. But when it's just you and an audience that you can't see, it's just a little more awkward. So this was quite the experience to go through this. And I learned so much, even through the process of doing all the virtual activities. And I just want to I know Chuck's out there, but I want to say to Chuck, one of the things that was so helpful was his providing us with his so many birds. I mean, we had many photographers, but I have to say a lot of the photos Chuck Kinzer had allowed us to use. And he pulled together, I think it was 256 photos of different bird species that we thought we would see in our bird walk so that we can incorporate them into those videos. And it was a lot of work, and I appreciate it because once you did it, I went through and then incorporated them into the videos as we were seeing them. And so there's all these things, and then Dan had to take those and put them into the video. So there's all this process, and so there was all these potential areas of making mistakes, but I mean, all in all, I think we did pretty well. So,
yep.
Phew, that's all I gotta say. Yeah, we did have a couple of funny experiences related to that little microphone because it was very small. And so Dan, who comes up from Olympia, and so he's not local. So all those things that he wants to keep track of his equipment, and that microphone, we kind of lost track of it a couple of times. In fact, one time it was lost in a car 2 times. So we were fortunate it was found, and everything worked out well. But yeah, we were sort of scrambling there for a while about what we were going to do about that microphone. And so that was another thing. So there's all kinds of little stories that we can talk about that happened during the planning and the activities, the weather. It was when we were doing the walk at Semyao in particular, it was starting to snow. And Pam Borso, I just got such a kick out of because she came dressed almost like a snowman. She had a warm hat, about 3 layers of clothes, these mittens that were unbelievable. I thought, and of course, we're all wearing masks because of COVID. It's, oh my goodness. I said, this is, we're definitely not looking like movie stars here. So it was pretty fun. So many things. The first time we also had to cancel the Birch Bay field trip that we were going to video one day because of the wind, and it was just very, very cold. So, but we ended up going up into the woods, saw a ton of birds, and including the barred owl. So we were thinking, oh my word, we probably could have done the wooded section of this, and we had saw more birds on that particular walk than we did on our actual videos. So that was kind of funny too. Lots of little stories to tell for the future. And I'd love to hear any more that anyone has to share that they did. Anything from the kids, Heidi? I haven't heard from the kids.
We had lots of great response from the kids. I think we gave out maybe roughly around 50 bags this year. Yeah, some great comments. I'm going to do one more drawing tomorrow. I'm going to encourage those. I've actually seen a few of them on Facebook that are using the activities. So I'm going to encourage them to send pictures along, and we'll do a drawing for a bag of kids' goodies.
Okay. So do you have a suggestions for how we can do our last prize drawings? I'm kind of out of ideas. I guess I think I can I'll look at Chuck's book. I think I've done the quiz for the woodpecker, pelagic cormorants. We can do, by the way, Chuck, I don't know if you're there, but this worked really well as a way for us to give our prize drawings out. Okay, let's see. Let's check out the Dunlin. I'm just going to check this out really quick. Can we do the Dunlin? Okay, we got one. We'll do Dunlin next. Okay. I also, I'm trying to see. Did I mention all the presenters? I don't know if I did. Did I, Heidi? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone else have anything they'd like to add about the festival or questions from any of the presenters that we've invited them all to attend this time, whether they're here, I don't know. But if there are questions that they didn't get answered during the presentations, we tried to have Q&A for all of them. Anyone? We're here.
Debbie, if I could, I'd like to just say to all the attendees that are listening, really thanks for their interest, and I hope they come out and see us when things are back to normal next year at the festival, or come and check out some of our North Cascades Audubon field trips, which we hope we'll get going again in the fall. Anyway, there's a lot of good birds around here, and thanks for your interest in birds and nature.
Speaking of attendees, anyone, if no one has anything right now, can I share just a picture that sort of touched my heart today? May I?
Yes.
These are my grandchildren from Colorado, and they were watching the Hunters of the Sky program, and my daughter sent me that picture. So that was quite touching for me, and they were pretty excited when they actually saw that I was in the video. So that was sort of fun for them as well. So I just wanted to share that. That was one of my little heart special moments from today. So I just wanted to share that. Anyone else have a heart moment or anything, or a bird spark moment, a sparked bird, anything at all? Holly talked about what was your bird. What did you call it? The spark bird. And so Heidi and I talked about that this morning. I guess I would love to know, Paul, what your spark bird was. I mean, because you were a young boy. Oh
man. you know, there were so many, but I have a very strong memory of, as a little kid, my mother grew gladiolas. She grew we would plant and dig up about half acre of gladiolas every fall and replant them in the spring. And out working in their garden, I was digging dirt, or I was probably playing in it really, because I was too small. And during spring migration, this was right along not far from Lake Michigan in Wisconsin, and a scarlet tanager came and landed in the fresh dirt right alongside of me. And I mean, a male scarlet tanager with black wings, and just a scarlet bird with black wings. And that was certainly a memory I'll always have. My brother had already got me started in birding before that, and the gladiolas brought us a lot of hummingbirds, because they were there. And so those birds were around our yard all the time. Anyway, that being outside and having those kind of birds visit is something that sticks in your memory.
Yeah, isn't it amazing? Is there anyone else who wants to share a bird that sparked their interest in birding or nature? Anything? A long-lasting memory? It could have been years ago, it could have been yesterday. If no one has anyone right now, I just want to share something kind of interesting. So we live off of Semiahmoo Bay, or excuse me, not Semiahmoo Bay, Lummi Bay, which this is kind of part of our view. But so after Paul Bannock's talk yesterday, I went out into the living room and sat down, and I looked outside, and here comes an owl, right? Going right along the shoreline, just plain as day. Have I ever seen that before? No, it was the first time. And I don't know what kind of an owl it was. I can envision the shape in my mind, and I'm hoping I'll have some time and I'll kind of look at some of the silhouettes and maybe I can find out what it was. But that was an exciting moment. I was so touched by that. Like, I just walked out from Paul Bannock talking about owls, and here's an owl flying right down the shore. That was pretty cool.
Was that right about dusk?
Yeah, it sure was. When did it finish? Was it about 6:37? Because I could make out the shape of it, but I couldn't see the real colors. And I knew it was an owl because of the way the wing shape, and it had the flat face.
There's several possibilities, but it could have been a short-eared owl at that time of day there at that point. So. Do
you think so? Would it go along the shore? Not from, I know we have short-eared owls along Red River Road now in the Lummi Flats. Would they still be here?
Oh, yes, they would. I think they're still around.
Okay. Well, that's a possibility. I'll check that out to see if I can. That would be pretty awesome. If it was a short owl. Yeah, that's okay. I just know it was an owl. There's no doubt. Uh-oh. I have no one to talk to. Help me out.
Hey, Debbie, it's Mike Price. Can you hear me?
Oh, I can. Hi, Mike. How are you doing?
This is cool. I've been incognito the whole time.
You have? Well, come let me see you.
I'm camera shy. I won't have a camera.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I don't mind looking at Dan, but it is nice to see people.
Well, look at Dan. He's better looking than I am anyway. Plus he takes all the good shots. I just want to say my favorite bird is what brought me here to Birch Bay. It's the red-winged blackbird.
No way. Oh, that is really cool. That actually brought you here?
Yeah, I was a little kid. I grew up on the Humboldt River in northern Nevada out of Winnemucca. Wow. And when I was a little tiny kid, I used to try to draw birds. And my favorite bird to draw was a red-winged blackbird. And I came up here to Birch Bay looking for a home. And the minute I stepped out on the back patio, there were red-winged blackbirds singing in the bulrushes. This is in April. Oh. And I just knew right then and there, this is it.
Wow.
So that's how the birds brought me here.
That is an amazing story, Mike. I am so glad you shared that. And
so
I'm wow.
Well, thanks, everyone. This has been really fun. I've enjoyed it.
That is awesome. So,
hey, hi.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Well, thank you. I saw it. I actually went back and caught it on Friday, just on the review. And I took a copy down to Granite, and they're very thankful for what we did up here, and thankful for you for pulling all that together. And they're just finished up now. They're putting up all their signs, and they'll probably be gone by the end of the month.
Wow. It is so impressive, I have to say. It makes Birch Bay feel like a whole different place. And to see people walking up and down that walkway, oh my gosh, it's like a new place.
It's a new place. It really is. And I hope you take good care of it. Yeah. 4th of July will be fun. We'll see.
Yes, it will.
Yeah. It's a good place to set up your mortars when you're launching those commercial grade fireworks.
Oh, is that what you're talking about? Okay, fireworks.
Fireworks, yeah. Burn up the big wild ride
Oh
because
my
it's
goodness.
combustible.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. That'll be a different experience for sure.
So come on up, everyone. You don't have to watch the berm video, but come on up and see the berm. It's really nice.
It is. It is really nice. So impressed. I actually took some pictures. I was just there about a week ago, I guess. It was last Saturday. And it was also a great opportunity to take pictures of birds. Like I got herons and gulls and I can't think of what others, but I was able to get some really good pictures while I was just walking along there. It was kind of fun.
Well, thanks,
Mike,
everyone. Come on up. We'll see you next year.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Mike, we're going to be live next year. The real McCoy.
I'll be around, I hope.
Thank you again, Mike, for everything, for making that happen with the berm video. And so appreciate it.
Well, thank you. We wouldn't have done it without you. You know, it was a legacy project from last year.
Yeah, that's right. It's right. We were still, yeah, that's good. But we made it happen. It happened. And the berm happened. So that's even the better part.
It happened big time. So, yeah, well, thanks, everyone. Come on up.
Thank you so much, Mike. Take care. Anyone else out there that's alive and well and has a picture? Anything?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Well, if we've just got that to go, if that's it, we can certainly close up now. If there's, if there's anyone out there, we still have prizes. Is there anyone out there for prizes?
We have about 23 participants. So if you want to wrap it up with the questions and how many prizes, what do we have, Deb?
Okay, let me show the prizes. I think we've just got I think it's here. Okay, we've got a couple of bags and a Crosley. Okay, I think it's a shoreline. Let me get the actual one. Hold on. Just so I make sure it's the right Crosley guide. Well, this isn't exactly, here we go. So it's the waterfowl guide. So
wonderful.
Okay. Beautiful, beautiful book. So that's one of our prizes. And then we have 2 bags, our Wings Over Water bags.
Okay.
And so that's 3 things.
Okay.
And so we have 3 prizes, and I'm going to ask for, let me see here, back here.
Zoom is giving me a warning sign that I've been on it too long for the last 3 days. And so.
Oh, what did they ask you to do? Good.
Saying, time to wrap it up. As much fun as I've had it.
Here we go. Okay. So I'm going to ask a few questions. There's one right answer. Okay, sorry, I've got to find the done one. Here we go. Okay, this is a true and false, just like we've done in the past. And I think there's one here. Okay, there's one that is not true. So I'm going to give you the true and false, and then you're going to determine which one is not true about Dunlin. Okay. So, A, female Dunlins have longer beaks than males. B, the male Dunlin is the one who takes care of the chicks in the nest. C, Dunlins usually breed in Alaska or the Canadian Arctic. D, Dunlins are North American birds and are not found outside of the US and Canada. And I'll read those one more time, but if you want to use chat, you can enter your answer at any time. I'll reread them though. A, female Dunlins have longer beaks than males. B, the male dunlin is the one who takes care of the chicks in the nest. C, dunlins usually breed in Alaska or the Canadian Arctic. D, dunlins are North American birds and are not found outside of the USA and Canada. Which is false? A, B, C, or D? Okay. So while you guys are answering that, Heidi's going to check to see who the winners are. Now, it's important that you do put your full name in, and we won't be able to let you know tonight that you've been a winner. Is that right, Heidi? We'll have to wait till tomorrow.
Yes, I'm going to tally up all and make sure I have your name in the chat so that I can make sure I find you on our registration and have your correct address.
Yeah.
And Deb, don't forget to text me the answer.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. I better double check it again. Make sure I got it right. Okay, I got it.
Okay.
Okay, has there been enough people that have won? I mean, just curious. I can, the answer is now. Would they maybe like to know just for fun?
Well, if you send it to me first, then I'll know. So I can tally, make sure I've got.
Oh, yeah. You have to know that for sure.
I've got a variety of answers, so I want to make sure.
Okay.
I'm not up on my Dunlin.
Not up on your Dunlin. Okay, the one that is false, that's the one I'm entering. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So we are just about done. We've got about 5 more minutes.
Okay. I just got to do one quick message. And once I confirm this, we will have all of our.
Okay, should I say, you tell me when I should say the answer, then I guess we need to log off.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, all right, you can go ahead and say the answer. I've got my 3 winners.
Okay. So the Dunlin answer is D, is not true. Dunlins are native to Asia, Africa, Europe, and North America. Do you want to announce the winners, or what do you think?
I can announce. I've got.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's see. Have Ron Banzimer, who also answered correctly on Facebook today.
Oh, no way.
My question. The second one is Judy Lanter. And our last winner was Deborah Liu. L-E-U.
Okay.
So that's it. I'll be in touch with everybody to confirm addresses, and we'll start mailing out those prizes.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for being part of this year's festival, and I appreciate every one of you for the wonderful comments that we received during the event. I so appreciate them all. I know that we had our little glitches making this happen, but it really did come off. I think one of our themes was every little thing will be all right. And so we've said that, and it certainly has been. And thank you so much. And we hope to see you live next year in March, 18th, 19th, and 20th. Okay.
And thank you, Debbie, for all that you've done too, as well. I mean, you've been a huge part of this, putting this together, staying with us, especially with the technology. You've done a great job. So thank you.
Yeah, I'm technically challenged, so it was good for me though. Very good for me. So thank you all so much, and we'll see you next year.
All right.